Whoa. The hottest. What's happened? I like the dude who's YouTube is evil, yet he's on YouTube. If you really believe that, just delete it all right now, dude. It's just the hottest. The human double standard, right? No yelling. No yelling. It's too early. It's too early for the yelling. What's up, Charlie? Vince Kemp. Drinking my coffee. Yep, Sunday morning here, 8:30 West Coast time. Actually, 8:26-ish West Coast time. You East Coasters are a little deeper in the game. You Londoners are going to bed. Looks like a pretty nice day here in sunny Southern California. No wind, full sunshine, fall glory. What's happening, Pam Center? 4:26 in England. It's dark. The Tosh.0 episode, that was a while back, wasn't it? Jeez. That was 7 years ago? Right on, Pam. It's been a while. Yeah, well, you know how it is. It's we're riding the rail, man. We're riding that rail. What's going on out there, man? What's the news from the front lines? Have the kooks left the planet yet? They gotten on in their spaceship and split? Melly Mel. Oh, you made it. Good for you. How you doing out there? Love you too. All right, take care of yourself. CY on the beast. Snow and all. Detroit, the great big revitalization. What's up, Cal Folks 7? I forgot to reply to your text. In fact, that was so early in the morning when I read it. I just remembered it right now. I fully read your text and went back to sleep, dude. And I just once I saw your thing, I remembered you sent me a text. Wait a second. What was that? I think it was something about this. Oh, hey, thanks for the parking spot, man. That's epic. I do appreciate that. Yeah, I didn't make it up there. It seemed like it was kind of going to be a hoax. It did seem a little hoaxish to be like spinning out with the big high tide coming. I was like, nah, I did get up at 5, did like boogie on up there. And I was like, nah, I don't know. I should have gone to Halama this morning, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. It's a tough call when the tide's going to get as high as it's getting. I'm looking at the Halama count. I'm glad I didn't drive up there, man. I mean, it's probably fun over at the reef, but, you know, Stevie. Nah, the swell was a hoax, man. It was a hoax, pretty much. But I'm gonna go paddle around today just to keep getting those arms fit, man. I went for a ride. I made a video. I got to post it, but I went for a ride yesterday, and I hadn't ridden in like all of a sudden like 2 weeks, and I was like lagging. I mean, felt pretty good, but it's funny, dude. Old guys know you just can't stay off your game, dude. You just can't put down your equipment for too long, or you just get super soft. I don't like getting soft, man. It's not my jam, dude. I'm kind of soft right now. I got a soft vibe going, dude. I gotta correct that. You know? And it's like that. I'm just scouting around on the surf cams really quick. I don't know why. I don't really care. I wanted to see something, dude. Just hold on 1 second. Where is it, dude? What am I looking for? Oh, now I know. Where is it? Where's the cam I was checking? I delete it? Did I delete it? It's so weird. That is so weird. So digital like that. I think that. So I've been talking a lot about the fraud that is cryptocurrency being Do you know there's a big conference going on over in Singapore right now, where all the financial institutions and tech giants are getting together to turn on the one world, one currency system, right? It's all crypto. In fact, I was driving down the street the other day, and there was a giant ad on the side of the bus for a safe cryptocurrency exchange. Like safe. That was its big thing. It's a safe cryptocurrency exchange. Yeah, get in on that, people. Yeah, crypto magic. Yeah, you know it, Melly Mel. Seeds. That's my crypto magic. I do need to get some seeds. All my seeds burned up in the fire. I've not replaced those yet. Where is that's so weird, how did it delete itself? All right, I gotta go, just a second. Yeah, it's strange. Done. There we go. Let's see. These dudes were hyping me, trying to get me in my car to drive way up the coast. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't. That's what I needed to check. These guys were like, dude, you gotta drive up. I'm like, nah. Although there is some surf. I'm glad I did not drive way up there. Let's see. Up. Yeah, dude. Cowabunga. Oh, it's offshore though. Oh well. The next one, we're just getting this is scripted. Yeah, cryptocurrency. But the hottest is the angle where all the awake people are like cryptocurrency. I'm like, really? Odd. It's very interesting. All right, man. The crypt keeper. More camping videos coming. We're the whole new angle. The whole new angle on YouTube's coming here. I'm getting geared up. Once I get set up with the new pad, I'm going on a whole new rampage. I'm not letting them take me down this easily. No, sir. I was talking with we had date night last night. I was hanging out talking with my wife and kind of filling her in on what's going on the YouTube, the YouTubes, and I had to get all fired. I was getting all fired up on the new angle. Some cooking. I'm gonna do a cooking show. Why not? Need some light setup. Yeah, the old lighting problem. Yeah, we're gonna get the new studio set up. I also was like, the interesting thing is I think I can put also, it's like, it's very weird. Oh yeah, I'll do some coffee talks. I do that in the morning, dude. Don't forget to tip your coffee talker. Tip your coffee talker. I remember the original Waffle Maker episode, dude. Yeah. The original, the OG. I have the Waffle Maker ready to go. Yeah, we're gonna do the whole new thing. I'm fired up. It's next week from this Sunday. Well, I'll be slowly set up, dude. I got my boxes. We got boxes going on here. On a bunch of stuff going up to the thrift store. What's the name going to be? I don't know. That's a good question, Pam. That is a good question. I don't know, man. I gotta go figure out the flavor. I'm looking forward to getting Mike Kitty back in the mix. That's gonna be rad. Mike Kitty and all that late night waffle sash. That was sort of a one-off. It's not healthy. The consequences you got to pay on eating a bunch of waffles in the middle of the night, dude. Yeah, the new HQ is going to be good, man. I'm fired up on it. It's going to be a good vibe. Yeah, Mini Puma is solid, dude. That dude's been living up in the lap of luxury the last year, dude. Full on staff. That's the hottest. Like Mike the Mini Puma has had like a staff. Like that dude's been living up in Montecito, up at that compound I was staying at right after the fire, man. Like that guy's got to go. Mike the kitty cat's got it going on, dude. He might not want to leave his mountaintop retreat. Yeah, no, he hasn't gotten soft, but there's a gnarly German Shepherd that keeps him on his toes, man. I don't know if you caught the video where Mike was standing off with that German Shepherd, dude. He's got it made, dude. He's a cat. What's open? What's happening, Josephine from Sweden? I think the German Shepherd might have turned the tables on him, though. I think the German Shepherd might have finally decided not to be a coward. Yeah, that was a good one. It was all happening right then. That was a different time code for sure. Remind me tomorrow. Bam. That was definitely a different time code. Margaret M, thank you for the donation to the PayPal link. I appreciate that. That's super cool of you. I will be sending you an email thanking you as well. But if you're here viewing right now, I just wanted to thank you. When's the housewarming party? We don't party. We keep to ourselves, dude. We're pretty much like that. We're not really people that like to have people up in our house. It's a weird. I've always thought that's a little like it's weird. Being up in people's houses. I don't know, man. Michael Perry, hey man, I've been watching your vids for about 18 months. When I first got sober, congratulations. What's been some of your most crucial tools in your journey of recovery? Well, it's a good, solid question, Michael Perry. So, stand plugged. Look, I'll tell you. You probably have heard this before, man. Is stand plugged in, dude. Doing the same. Like, I still go to meetings, man. And that's the one thing that I do is I still go to meetings. Life changes, but the program morphs and your perspective of it all changes. But the one constant thing is I plug into meetings, man. I stay connected. I don't have a bunch of commitments or anything like that, but I'm part of a. People know who I am. And I'm an anti-social meeting guy too, dude. I have my little chair in the back corner. I vibe everybody. Like I'm kind of a full viber. I make it very clear I'm not there to make friends. And but I stay plugged in because I'm there to hear the message. And all right, you know what, Michael Perry? You know what the number one thing you can do to help your recovery is be of service to other people, man. You got to go help another alcoholic or drug addict stay sober. That's rule, right? It says that in the literature, dude. What's the wait, haven't made it 12. This is the key to it all, dude. Wait, hold on. Here, this is the key to it all, dude. This is the key to it all. Having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we tried to carry this message to alcoholics and practice these principles in all of our affairs. Look, that's the thing, man. Like, I don't know if you're doing the dance with steps and all that, but we practice. Look, I don't know, man. It's what you want to make it, man. If you want it to be full of sadness, I suppose it is, dude. I don't really see that way. That seems to be an untrained perspective, but psychedelic questions are $20. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Service work's huge, man. Well, that's the part of it is, look, dude. So you're 18 months into this thing. You just got to remember at some point, like life's going to start happening again. And that's when the rubber meets the road, dude. Look, I'll be super clear. Like my life got super dicey before when I was hurt. If you look, that's why people are like the beard and all that stuff. Like was a full result of me not going to meetings for a long time. I kind of lost my mind. I got stuck up on that mountain with a bad back, and didn't take care of myself, dude. I'm surprised I didn't get loaded, dude. Yeah. How do you like this? How do you like this as scripted? I think this is scripted. I think that pretty much is my view on. You kind of nailed it if you look at the way you wrote it. That's pretty much my view on psychedelics at this point. It's all a money grab. It's all a scam. If you're talking about it in a public forum, it's a scam, dude. It's a personal thing, dude. It's for you and your little like private journey. It's definitely not something you're yapping about on some YouTube live stream looking for advice from some, you know what I mean? That's why I'm that way about it. I'll talk all day about like recovery, drugs and alcohol, and my whole story. But now that I've seen what's going on with the use of psychedelics as a tool to enslave people, I won't answer any of the questions unless you want to put money in the game. Because that's, to me, is like that weird barrier, dude. You know what I mean? No, I didn't, you know. No worries, Griff Grizzly. It's a direct response to the my whole shift on it came. I'll explain my whole shift on it. My whole shift came on it was realizing that Joe Rogan, Joe Rogan's more responsible than anything for me shutting down all conversations kind of about it, unless I'm talking about what a scam it is the peddling of DMT and psychedelics from his little like $1 billion perspective, and realizing that he's part of a mind control cult. And that they're using mind expansion substances to close your mind. And I used to be, I fully was aware of that. Now that somehow we're talking about this, look, this is my view of psychedelics, dude. It's the Truman Show. And let me explain this. It's psychedelics, and especially, if you're finding them through any sort of like social thing in the Western world, it's a scam, dude. You want to run around with your little shaman down in the jungle, dude. Those dudes are full. But it's a grift, man. And the grift is this: psychedelics, dude, are just this like dome of false liberation, right? Like it gives you enough of the like the data and the thing about like the multidimensional universe and the multidimensional paradigm and the whole thing, and you can go toy with it, and you can get oohed and awed, right? You can get oohed and awed. Well, isn't it Ram Dass, or no? It wasn't Ram Dass. It was one of, isn't it? Didn't the Ram Dass or one of those crazy Beatles go give that crazy dude in India like a sheet of acid, and he ate it, and he's like, yeah, so what? Like psychedelics are kindergarten. Dude, you really want to have a psychedelic experience? Like get sober, dude. Get 100% sober and like experience life on life's terms, like full bore. I'm going to put you on a timeout because I don't hate weed. And I've made that very clear, dude. Don't be putting words into my mouth. I hate corporate weed. I'm fully pro growing your own. I've been super clear about that. Like that's the thing. Like people like want us like, I think I might actually like completely delete that person. I didn't mean to completely delete you. I was sensing a little Darren. Nicholas, I'll go back into the setting and reinstate you, dude. I didn't mean to delete you. Let's see. Can I undelete? I don't think I just put the user in the timeout. Anyway, distracting from me, putting words in my mouth. Anyway, it's just the way it goes. So the false paradigm, right? And it looks like liberation and freedom and the whole thing. Like I've had some pretty magical experiences. And then yet you get through the other thing and like, dude, I'm telling you, man, just rock and roll with God, dude. Just straight up, straight band, I know. Just rock and roll with God and really have your mind blown, dude. That's what I say. It's like sobriety is like permanent psychedelics, man. Like every day is just a big melting mystery. Like, but what do you want out of it? If you're chasing psychedelics for mind expansion, then you don't need that. And if you're chasing psychedelics to watch walls melt, like, well, that's child's play, dude. I can do that by just like breathing weird. You know what I mean? So I'm not a big like, oh, that's the answer to humanity thing. Like, if everybody just like ate a bunch of mushrooms, the world would be so much like mellower, dude. Yeah. You ever been to like a giant meeting of people on psychedelics? There's some of the most, thank you, Foggy Day in Vietnam. Have you ever been like I've spent plenty of time in a Grateful Dead parking lot, dude. There's some unhappy, angry people on psychedelics. Just because you took a bunch of like magic stuff doesn't make you not a kook. Like some of the lamest people, some of my most uncool moments have been tripping balls, dude. Like, because we're not trained as Western people to actually be able to like handle that sort of stuff. And then once you get there, you realize that it's all low scale harmonics anyhow, dude. You know, you can run around and go down to your little like tripper events wherever you want, or you can just try to like keep it all together, like, and participate in the like real world that's fake anyhow. Like to me, psychedelics are convincing almost an inverse to what they're trying to promote. They're actually doing the thing where like you go to the fake world and then come back to this world, or you go to make whatever it is. But like, look, dude, if you think that's the answer, you're sadly mistaken. But hey, man, people got to go figure out their thing for the themselves, dude. Like it worked for me on a couple levels, but would I prescribe it? No. It's a look, I'll tell you what, and I've made this super clear about this before. The fact, if your decision to take psychedelics has anything to do with someone telling you to do it, that's your red flag. I remember the first time I ate mushrooms. Nobody promoted it. Nobody told me about it. Nobody made me do it. No one said this is a way to like liberation and blah, 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 blah. It was a natural course of events. Me and my buddy, dude. It was a full-on natural course of events. That's what I'm getting at, man. Foggy Day in Vietnam. Are you going to try to catch Tool on their tour? I've sort of soured on Maynard. I've sort of completely soured on Maynard. I can't explain it. I was really like fired up on Maynard for a hot minute. And then just their I don't know, man. You could argue the whole thing's satanic, not sure. You know, so the Rogan, he's a little Rogan buddy. That's always questionable. No, you know what soured me on Maynard? This was that they went and spent their whole time like bitching and moaning about like putting their music on iTunes, and then they went and put their music on iTunes to sell their new garbage album. And I was just like, you're a sellout too, dude. And I don't care. I'm all for selling out whatever you want, but you can't be a dude who sits there and bangs your fist. I won't do this and screw these guys, and everyone else who did it sucks. And then the minute it's convenient for you to be like, oh, well, you know, I would have. I think I would have kept my respect for Maynard if they had never put all the stuff on iTunes. You know what I mean? I downloaded some of their tunes, but like his whole like the albums are meant to be listened to as albums and this and that. Nah. He went the first moment he looked at his like bankroll to finance his winery in Jerome, dude, or whatever he's up to. And he was like, this new album's going to suck. And everyone's been waiting 12 years for this thing. What are we going to do? Because we're not going to be able to like make any money on this garbage new album. Oh, I know what we're going to do to make money on this. We're going to go to iTunes and put our whole catalog on iTunes. And everyone's going to buy our old Tool catalog music. And we don't have to worry about it. It was a scam, dude. You know what I mean? Like, he was always sort of pretentious, but I sort of liked what he was up to out in Jerome. I liked Jerome, and I liked his whole gig with the grapes and the whole deal. And then I listened to the Bait song with their new album, dude. I was fired up for the new Tool album. I was waiting like everybody else, like, oh, it's gonna be great. And it turned out to be just a bunch of like rehashed garbage, man. And not even good Tool, like the bad Tool. The Tool I fast forwarded. You know what I mean? Like an album of fast forwardable Tool. So yeah, his little like scam with releasing it all on he should have done what Radiohead did, just giving it away for free. Right? Remember when Radiohead gave away that album for free? Colors in the Rainbow or whatever it is. That was a bold move, but you know what? They probably made more money if it's about money, right? About see, that's the dude. Maynard's like some dude who's like about the money, dude. All this little pretense, and we're doing this for that or this for that. He's a circle jerker, dude. And that dude's like loaded. And you know what I got to say? You know what that also has fully soured me on Maynard too is his other projects. Because I got into that whole thing for a hot moment where I went and checked out his Perfect Circle and Pussifer. That music sucks, dude. Let's be super clear. Pussifer sucks, and so does Perfect Circle. I mean, they got the one song with the Mila, the chick from the movie star chick's pretty solid, and I like Too Perfect, but generally their music's garbage, man. We're taking the rainbow back. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Tool, this Tool tour. Favorite sport to watch, dude? What? I don't got any time for that garbage, man. I'm an adult. I'm an adult, dude, and watching sports is for children. I wouldn't know. Yeah, no balls, no nets, dude. Not knocking anyone who does that with their time, but like, I don't get where you would have any time to watch sports in this life. It's very interesting. My sport's fighting the New World Order, dude. That's, you know what my team is? My team's humanity. That's how I'm at. But I get it. I'm not knocking anyone who does their thing. Go 49ers, dude. There you go. 49ers all day long, dude. I hope they win the NBA title, dude. I hope the 49ers win the World Series, dude. I hope the 49ers win the Olympics, man. God, I hope the 49ers win the World Cup, dude. All right? There you go. Yeah, everyone who gambles on sports is definitely a child. That's the most retarded thing ever, dude. I used to roll with this. I live with this guy, my buddy, who was a full-on baseball gambler. Baseball gambler. So, like, I'm one of those, like, life to me is observing. I'm not close to what people do. In fact, I like to watch them. I lived with this dude who was a baseball gambler, had the books and knew the stats, full baseball nerd, dude. Knew everybody's GPA or whatever the hell it is, and how many pitches they threw on a Sunday in Toledo, dude. And all this data, just useless data. And he used to take notes and clip out articles and keep records in his notebooks and bet on baseball games. He used to call his dude his bookie and use the code words and his whole thing. And when we moved out, that dude was running scared because he owed his bookie so much money. And I remember when he'd win, it'd be like, yeah, I won, dude. Let's go get a bunch of beer. We'd party. And then he would, like a week later, it'd be like, dude, you carry it over to the next game and this and that. And when I finally moved out from this dude, like, he was like living in fear of his bookie. The house always wins. Do people get that? That like the people holding the book aren't doing it because they're going to lose. And then then I lived with this other dude, my other good buddy. I didn't live with him, but when we were going to school in Flagstaff, you could drive to Laughlin and bet on. So I lived in Arizona at the time. And at the time you could bet on pro football down at the, like where you got your lottery tickets, because there wasn't a pro football team at the time in Arizona. So you could bet on pro football. So he was a full football guy. So I used to go. So we used to do that, like get our little things and turn them in. And then we also used to boogie to Laughlin and bet on college football games, right? And do the whatever where you pick 10 teams and all this nonsense and blah, 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 dude. Talk about it. I mean, it was fun because we were on cocaine and speeding through the desert, dude, like Hunter S. Thompson. But like the whole, like, wasting your time gambling on numbers that are statistically. Does anyone get that the spreads are designed to like you to lose? Like, does anyone get? All right, this is I don't know why I'm talking about this, but does anyone realize that professional sports is the same as WWF wrestling? That you're not guaranteed like a contest of like sporting. You're guaranteed entertainment, like that it's viewed as entertainment, that it's not actually a sporting competition. It's viewed as entertainment, that it is 100% rigged and legally so. Anyone wonder that? Like, I like how like people instantly just like take one thing you say and then flip the script. Have I mentioned the UFC? I'm gonna put you on a timeout for that. You're on a timeout. Yeah. So, I get it. Like it's like, to me, it's the equivalent of like, you want to spend your afternoon watching a movie. Like, yeah, go watch your team. But like that, like it's all been organized. It's not called organized sports for nothing, dude. If you're going to watch sports, it's like high school, I think, is like pretty pure, but even that might be questionable. And I've been, what I kind of dug into for a hot moment the other week was I'm definitely about like college sports is a slave system that needs to stop. That college, if college athletes are being marketed they deserve to be able to make money too, man. The college sport slave system's unbelievably corrupt, man. College sports it should be a crime, and I think that and you look at that, like that's people's like athletic prime, that sort of 18 to 22 period, and they can't make any money on their athletic endeavors for fear of losing their college education. That's totally screwed up, man. Nike, that's a whole Nike scam. Shoe companies, Under Armour. Look, there's all sorts of legit stuff out there. Like my neighbor goes down and they play ultimate frisbee on. I'm a believer if you're going to do like participate in sports, you should participate in sports. You know what I mean? I like as a surfer guy, like the last thing I ever like could fathom is participating in the sham of professional surfing. Like I don't even know who a pro surfer is. I couldn't even tell you who like a pro skateboarder is that's like on the like is there a competition like the Olympics fiasco? Gross. Yuck. I know people are all into it, but I don't get it. I know all sorts of doofuses that like hang out and watch like professional surfing, like instead of going surfing sometimes. I'm like, what? Like the Triple Crown or the World, whatever the heck it is. I'm gonna go watch that. I'm like, all right. I'm gonna go like live my life, man. I don't get it. Everyone smash that like button. That's right. Frisbee's dope. Frisbee's rad. I like Frisbee's. Do they even have the X Games? I couldn't even tell you, Johnny Apple. Do they have? Is the X Games even relevant anymore? I don't even know. Is there like? Do they do that kind of stuff? Like the mega ramp thing's kind of gotten boring and old. Like they just how many times can you spin in a circle? I think the last time they had that guy in the spring, the Mitchy Brusco. How many times can you spin? Like dreidling. It's the full dreidling events. Like surfing's become a dreidling event. How many spins can you do? Who cares? Oh, that dude did 4 spins. Oh. I like the mega ramp thing, but I'm way more like it's sort of like it's gnarly. I'll just give it it's gnarly, but it's pretty much the same thing over and over again. I was fired up to do it once upon a time. Not anymore. 10 years ago, I definitely when Tosh asked me that, I would have done it for sure once upon a time. What do you think about when you're out the monster of law? I don't know. The Red Bull Rampage. That's pretty gnarly too. Those dudes are hectic, man. I like the Red Bull Rampage thing. I was more, you know what I liked about the Red Bull Rampage thing? I was way more into the dudes building their jumps than the actual event itself. Like the dudes building their jumps, like hanging on ropes on side of the mountains, and like their whole like when you were like looking at the perspective, like the actual event was not very well produced. I would say that. Like when you're watching the Red Bull, like them building the actual their jumps and stuff on the side of those cliffs, you're like, oh, that's hectic, dude. Like, whoa, dude. But the actual filming of the event that day just did not come across. I watched it. I was like, I don't know if the angles aren't right of the cameras. It just was not. You just did not get the gnarliness of it all. And I think it's because they don't actually have like fixed cameras on like the jump perspectives, like on poles and stuff. It seems to me that this is my advice to you Red Bull guys who are filming that stuff. It seems to me that you would want to put fixed cameras looking down at the thing so you see the dude launching into the abyss and like, whoa. But that helicopter perspective, it's not helping me. That distant, you can't tell how gnarly it is. you can kind of tell on the onboard cameras, but they're still a little confusing. Like, I think that's where Red Bull if they really wanted to make it like viewer friendly, where you're like, whoa, that's gnarly, is they need way more on-site fixed cameras where you're like, because when they were making the videos where the dudes are up on the cliffs and they're making the jumps and they're talking about like, oh, I'm gonna jump to there and blah, you're like, dude, that is so hectic. What possesses you to do that? How do you do that? And then you watch the event and you're like, well, okay, they do it. It just didn't film out right. I fully was like into it too. I was like, oh, Red Bull Rampage is gonna be rad. And then I watched the event and I was like, meh. It didn't keep my interest at all. Like, I watched it for like 3 runs and I was like, nah, I got better stuff to do, dude. I'm all for it. I just think the way they film it's not conducive to like sitting and watching it. Hanson. This is scripted. Thoughts on people saying the new Kanye album is being subliminally satanic album and a fake Christian. You know. People say anything I don't know, that's what discernment's for, right? If you're gonna not listen, use your discernment, right? I don't know, man. I'm rolling with Kanye right now. Am I in the cult of Kanye? No. Do I like his new album? Yeah. Am I stoked to listen to an album that's trying to convey the message of Jesus Christ? For sure. That's contemporary? Absolutely. Do I like the gospel stuff? And yeah, I dig it, man. I think it's a pretty interesting album. Am I putting my whole relationship with Jesus Christ based upon Kanye's album? No, dude. Not in the slightest, dude. If one person who didn't believe in Jesus Christ listens to that album, decides to crack open their Bible, then it was all worthwhile. I don't see the downside of it. By the very you can look, man. By the very definition of it all, you could say that using a MacBook Air to broadcast a message on YouTube via the system's satellites is subliminally satanic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm participating in the beast right now. Like, there's no way around it. In order to broadcast the message, I have to broadcast it on the back of the beast, or I just go hide in my cave and live in fear. But I don't, right? That's what Jesus Christ has given me the power to vibrate through this thing. So that's why, if it all came through like a bowl cut, all right, man. I don't know. Well, but like, look, I'll say this on the Kanye. Go check out the Rob Zane interview with Kanye about a month ago, where Kanye's up in Idaho and in Wyoming, and he is talking about urban design for cities and why the church is failing, and how to design communities based upon like God and raising food. If you check out Kanye's whole thing about cotton and organic cotton from seed to wearing it, I don't know, man. Like, you can get all caught up in the music thing, but when you check out what Kanye is about on his side projects, which are what he's using the music to finance, I don't know. I don't know, man. I think the dude's he's doing what I would do. Look, if I made $1 billion doing this, I would be out in some place setting up an organic farm and trying to get and sustain people's livelihoods and protect the water and do all that stuff. So if that's what Kanye's doing with it, is trying to set up these organic farms out in it's just check out Rob Lowe interview. Don't check out the BB one with the weird black dude, because that's a little like the guy interviewing him is on an agenda. He's a full like anti-Trumper guy. But the Rob Zane one, I think it's Rob Zane. Zane Lowe, that's it. Zane Lowe. If you check out the Zane Lowe interview, Zane Lowe just gives him like a straight interview. And Kanye's very interesting when he starts talking about the urban design and the church at the center of the community and where the garden plots would be. Like Kanye's sort of promoting what I've been promoting the whole time. It's like, you got to start growing your own fruits and vegetables in your backyard, dude. And things like that. And put your fingers back in the soil, dude. You're gonna vote for Kanye in 2024, dude. Like, we're not even out of 2019, dude. Yeah, the big boy. Yeah, the big boy interview. It was amazing in that sense of like, yeah, big boy was obviously just stuck on stupid. It was kind of pathetic. Idol worship, dude. Don't take the bait. I mean, you can vote that way. I will too, probably. But if you're putting all your chips in that dude's basket, I'll be super clear once again, dude. Trump's a triple agent, dude. He appears to be one thing, but you wait and see, dude. That dude's gonna be like, that dude will get elected in 2020, and he will take your guns in 2022, dude. There it is. I'm putting it out there. That dude is. Look, I'll put it this way: if Trump, one of my big things, if he doesn't pardon Roger Stone, whatever you think about Roger Stone, I don't care. My point is, that's Trump's buddy. And if he doesn't pardon his own friend, Trump's a scumbag. You know what I mean? You got to play the meaningless game. I'm a Canadian Trump fan. I don't know why you would get like caught up in Trump like that. Like, I mean, the stuff he's hyping, yeah, like, but he doesn't follow through on any of it. So is that the dude, or like, are you into his ideas, like, or what he's piggybacking on? Let's just put it this way: Trump's a grifter, dude. Trump's no different than Steven Crowder and Ben Shapiro and all these grifters, dude. They're taking the hallmark of like stuff that's like unarguably like not a bad idea, dude. Family, God, and they're turning it into their own like scam, dude. And everyone's like, oh, Trump, no, Trump's just piggybacking already on virtues, if you will, and just like claimed them because nobody else would. Like, that dude was just like walking down the street of life, and like, you mean no one's gonna like truly use all this conservative energy for anything except like selling themselves out? Oh, I'm gonna use it to like sell myself up, dude. You know what I mean? Well, yeah, the only good thing is thank you, Stefan. Tip your talker is he's exposed the media for the fraud they are. Dude doesn't threaten me. I don't. That dude's no more on our side than any of the presidents were before, dude. Look. Yeah, you like on the FU vote, yeah, of course. Is the dude getting it? Like, that dude has the power of the executive. He could squash all sorts of stuff right now. He doesn't. That dude's either like the biggest dandelion or he's a triple agent, dude. It's one or the other. Either that guy's a straight pussy or he's a triple agent. Like, let me be super clear. From a perspective, like, that dude has the power. That dude can do all sorts of stuff, and he doesn't, dude. That stupid fiasco with the wall, the stupid thing with vaccines, the pharmaceutical industry. You know, come on, man. All you like Trumpers, dude, are stupid. And I don't mean that like negatively. I mean, I get it. I bought into it for a hot moment. Like, oh, the dude's going to free the technology and he's going to end the pharmaceutical manipulation of our children through vaccines. Like, right on. He hasn't done any of it, dude. He hasn't done any of it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Is like, fine. Like, yeah, compared to the other idiots, he's not that bad. But if you really are looking at it objectively, that dude has not done anything. And you can he's surrounded by idiots. No, he has the power of the executive, dude. That dude can do anything he wants, theoretically, dude. And he's fully flaccid. I don't dig him, dude, like, on that level. Like, I want to be like all rah, but I can't intellectually. Intellectually, I'm just like, dude, come on, man. They didn't indict any of these people. You had full-blown criminals, dude. They didn't indict any of them. Everyone, oh, the QAnon, dude, the indictments are coming. There's thousands of, you guys are smoking crack, dude. Marie, we don't live in a democracy, by the way. Just so you're clear, we don't live in a democracy. We live in a representative republic. No, I know, but still no. That if it wasn't for the electoral college, dude, you would think America would already be a steaming pile of feces and expended syringe needles, dude. You want to get really down to it. I mean, the constitutional republic. Look, man, we're a republic. It's just that simple. Dude, we just want to be left alone. I think that's your average vibe, is we just want to be left alone. We are a republic, man. Do you work, Chopper? No. That's why we're sitting here yapping on a Sunday morning. What would happen without a president for, let's say, 2 years, dude? Not same stuff, dude. It's all like, dude, look, man, it's how many times can I like say it, dude? There's only you. If you want to give your authority to some outside system, call it a government, call it a president, call it interest-bearing currency, call it what you will, dude. It's all up to you and your own perspective, dude. No one's bringing you down except yourself, dude. It's that simple. Only you can bring yourself down in this modern world. If you didn't someone didn't club you over the head and chain you to a ship or in the back of a van, you're strictly choosing to be a slave of the system. There's plenty of people who have been fully like hijacked, shanghaied. Those are people that don't have a choice. But if you're sitting around on any sort of like laptop, like hanging out, like whatever, you're not a slave, dude. You can choose to be one all day long, dude. You know, that's the whole gig with it, dude, is there's no one holding you down except you. So why is everyone all like, this guy's gonna save the day? That guy's not gonna save the day. Yeah. You know, so see, I guess that's the thing of like Waco. I was like that. None of that stuff was what woke, dude. 49ers 2020 exactly. Eminem was Timothy McVeigh. Anyway, dude, we're all done here. It's been a nice solid hour of spinning around in circles, Ruby Ridge, dude. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, 49ers, dude. Get a nose job. See you guys at the next episode. Remember, dude, don't get caught up in the problem. Get caught up in the solution, dude. It's super basic, man. Just stop giving away your power all day long to other principalities and institutions and archaic forms of thoughts, man. The answer lies right in the middle of you. You know what I mean? It's right here. Go get with God and let all this other nonsense fade away. It's fun to talk about. Like, don't get me wrong. I'll sit here and babble about it all day. But at the end of the day, like, it's all just Charlie Brown. You know what I mean? So God is great, man. So anyway, hey, have a beautiful deep TV. Enjoy your favorite sports personality or athlete, whatever it is today for you sports guys and girls. Like, go team. Yeah, all met with fun and love, people. Anyway, Marie, thank you. Have a beautiful day up there in your part of the world. Some say the most beautiful city on the planet. And enjoy. All right. See you guys at the next broadcast. Adios.